Hello. Good evening, guys. Can you hear me? Fine. Hi, can you guys hear me? Anybody? Can you confirm? Hello, hi. Thank you, Prashant. Can you hear me? Can anybody confirm if you can hear me? Okay, you can hear me. Thanks, great. Slight echo. Darling. Guys, I'm checking the mic. Can you confirm if this is better? Garvit, can you confirm? Is this better? Gaurav was saying there's slightly echo from my side. Is this better? Nishant, Vinny, Talal, K, Gaurav, much better now. Gaurav is saying much better. It's better. Nishant as well. Okay, good. Chintan. All right, good. Thanks for confirming. I did put the volume, I think, to the max. I think this is better and clearer. Great, thank you. I believe everybody is joining from UK itself, right? Is there anybody who is in India now and who is tuning in for the updates? No? Guys, put your questions in the comment, not the questions like, are you in the UK? Which part of UK? Or if you're joining from India, where in India? Just to let you know that I have invited Amil, who will be joining us very soon. Okay, Abdul is from India. Tushar is in UK now. And I believe Tushar is either on skill visa or PSW. I think so. Chintan Soni is from London. Gaurav Darlington. Abdul is from Hyderabad. King is in UK. Perfect. Yeah. So most of the guys who are joining from the UK, I know this news, which was published on 12th of May, has caused a lot of anxiety in the people because things were not clear. And my wild guess, most of the people out here, I believe, you are already on a skill visa, if I'm not wrong, or on post-study graduate visa, PSW. Mike is from America. Who people from America also interested to move to the UK? Interesting. Prashant is saying he was on the UK now in Sri Lanka, but an Indian citizen. Okay. Norman is in Scotland. Yogesh in Cardiff. Mike said hi. All right. Perfect. Guys, thank you for the introduction. I have my guest here, and I'm going to add Amel straight to the live session now.
Hi,
Hey,
Sarika. Hi, everyone.
hi, good. Hi, Amel. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. I can. Yes.
All
I
right,
hope
good.
I'm on time.
Yes, yeah, stretchable time. That's fine.
Okay.
Just 4 minutes late. Okay. Can you guys just confirm you can also hear Amel very well? Just give anybody just give a thumbs up. Yes, Norman is on skill visa. My guess was right. Anybody from the crowd, can you just give a thumbs up that you can also hear Amel? Amel, can you just say hi again, please?
Hi, everyone.
Because I
Hope
have
you're
tested
doing
my
well.
mic with them. I have tested my mic so they can hear me. I wanted to make sure that they can hear you as
Amazing. Amazing.
well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Jigar, Prashant. Okay,
Thank you,
guys.
Jigar, Prashant, Shashank.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Okay, so thank you for joining, Amel. And I know it's a Friday and a long weekend in the UK. and your hard work, dedication. I think I'm already witnessing that for a couple of months now. So thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for coming,
Thanks,
spending your
man.
time, your long weekend, and then also starting from Friday with us, 7 to 8 p.m. So, guys, what I'm going to do is I will ask Amil to give a quick introduction about himself, and then straight we can get into your questions, because I know it is Friday evening for you guys as well, and you are joining us. It is also commendable. And you guys have already seen our previous videos. I have done video with Amil. I have done two separate videos, and Amil is not a new face now for my channel. He had been coming and making a lot of informative videos along with me for you guys. So I believe you know him already, but maybe there is someone who is new on the audience list. So maybe Amil, just a very quick introduction about yourself for my new audience, please.
So, people who don't know me, even people who know me, my name is Mohammad Amil. You guys can call me Amil. I'm an immigration advisor, lawyer based in Canary Wharf, London. My company name is Mac 25 London, and we help people with all kinds of immigration cases from skilled worker visa, sponsor license, further leave to remain, and British citizenship to nationalization. Also, I'm an ex international student, and I'm proud of it.
Thank you. All right, guys. For people who are already here on skill visa, I know you guys are having a sleepless nights already. Yeah. If you have any questions that you want to ask about white paper, anything which is not clear, anything that we have not covered, just feel free to put all your questions in the comment section. Until the time you drop your questions, I'm going to ask Amil one question. So, Amil, when we made the video last week, is
Yeah.
there any further update from the time we made our video on the common questions which we have taken from our audience comment section? Any further update?
Sarika, we know each other so well now. I wanted to text you off camera that please ask me this question first.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I didn't tell you because I was running 4 minutes late and I updated you that.
Okay.
But I think that's a very good thing that you asked me.
Mm,
So it's not scripted, guys, to be honest.
mm,
So on 21st of May, I don't know how many of you have seen a new document came by House of Commons on the government official website,
mm.
which had few details, and I was just writing an article on that. I know I'm a couple of days late, but I wanted to make sure that all the details are with me, in a timely manner.
Mm.
So, what does the new research briefing says by House of Commons? So, as we all know that this is a white paper, this is just a proposal. It has not been implemented yet, but there are few new updates by the government, which says that these rules might come from now until 2029. So in between today and 2029, we are going to get to know that which rules are going to come in and they are going to be implemented. But the next line exactly says that few of them will be implemented in coming few weeks. So we don't know that it's going to be 1 week, 2 week, 18 weeks, everything is weeks. So we have to wait and make sure that how certain things work. The most important thing, the reason I wanted Sarika to ask me this question, because not just me and Sarika, I have seen other solicitors and lawyers videos that they said that they need to go towards parliament to get it implemented, but they have clearly said most of the rules which have been mentioned in the proposal do not need to go in the parliament. They can just amend the immigration rules and it would be implemented there and then.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Ooh.
Yeah. So this is the press release I have just read on the House of Common website. They have clearly said only the rules such as levy on taxes on international student fees and the rules of citizenship, those are the only things which could perhaps go towards the act of parliament. But apart from that, whether it's the skilled worker rules, the graduate route, or anything as such, it just need amendment of immigration rules.
Can I
So
just ask you one question, Amil? When you said they had mentioned that few of the rules or something will be changing in a week or in
yeah,
coming weeks, did they mention which rules?
no,
Because they had made
no.
so many proposals, so which we don't
Mm.
know which one they are hinting to
Exactly,
us.
no. They have clearly mentioned, because the thing is that as a respectable home secretary said that later this year they are going to have consultation, because the most important question and the reason we are having all the scenarios, because everyone is concerned what's going to happen. I'm already on skilled worker visa, and I can see one more question by Adesh Singh which I'm going to answer in a moment. But everyone is concerned that what is going to happen if we are already on the 5 year route, either it's going to be retrospective or not. So we have to wait and see what's going to happen. As the House of Commons briefing specifically mentioned, most of them do not need to go by the Act of Parliament. So I'm going to request everyone, whatever has been posted by me, Sarika, or any other from our industry, do not take it as a future reference. Consider is what has happened on that particular day, because
Mm.
things can change within us.
Yeah.
So I think that's that. We are going to jump on the question from now.
Yes. Thanks, Amil. So Adesh is asking, I would like to know the impact on long-term residency ILR option that is currently in place, how this new migration paper will impact on this.
See, as far as I'm concerned, and whatever the white paper proposal specifically mentioned, because skilled worker visa has also got its own rules and regulations. Because whether the company need to sponsor any candidate for continuous period of 10 years, or maybe they have to switch to any other category, or what's gonna happen. Because if the ILR rule changes from 5 years to 10 years, then the rule of the skilled worker visa also need to be changed. So
Mm.
let's say if somebody is sponsored for, let's say, 5 years, 6 years, now the company has a responsibility of sponsoring them for 10 years. Because I have seen a lot of candidates be in one company for a stretch of period of 5 years, and then they get the ILR. So we have to see, it is not just about the citizenship rules, it's also about the individual visa categories as well. That how they are going to change internally, and then we'll get to know. So let's wait.
Okay. Thanks, Amil. I'm going to take next question from Rajinder. And Adesh, if you are happy with the answer which Amil had given, you can give a thumbs up. Moving to Rajinder Samra. When it will be clear that this law is implemented on present workers? I believe we already kind of covered that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we have to wait and see.
Yeah, because no exact date has been mentioned till now. And let's see if it's in coming days or years or by 2029. We don't know which year or which week, which rule will be implemented. Savita
Exactly.
is asking, how long can one stay out of UK when in PSW visa, which is post study work?
Amazing question, Savita. Thank you so much, Savita, for asking this question. We get a lot of questions on our DMs as well, because people think if we have got permission to be in the UK for 2 years, we can be and go back to our home country. We can chill for 1.5 year and come back again to UK to find a job. But to PSW, and officially it's known as graduate route, it is very important to understand you have gotten this specific route to make sure that you get something which can help you to get settled in the UK, or maybe find some temporary opportunities to work on your skills. I would suggest, if you really are not interested in extending your visa after graduate route, then it doesn't matter how long you stay out of the UK. But I'll suggest as less as possible would be definitely great. And also not the last 3 months. If you really want to be in the UK and extend, last 3 months, avoid just traveling back to your home country.
Thank you, Amel. I hope that answers your question, Savita. Moving to next question, which is from Jitin. Jitin is saying, can we work for 36 hours and get paid £25,500 annually in a healthcare sector under NHS and still be eligible for a health and care worker visa?
That's not a problem, Jitin. But now the thing is, after you have asked this question, there are so many elements which have already been implemented on 9th of April 2025. So I don't know whether you're still on the care route, or maybe you're switching from one company to another. So, that has to be clarified. If you're a graduate or student route, obviously this wouldn't work now, because either you need to work for 3 months at least with that care home, or you won't be able to switch to healthcare visa.
Thank you. I hope that answers your question, Jitin. Okay, moving to next one from Talal is saying, I know that this is not yet clear, but are there any insights whether the 10-year route for those on skilled worker visa currently in the UK be impacted? We talked about it, but Amil.
See, at the end of the day, what we need to remember is, I know that everybody, I think 90% of our own clients are on skilled worker visa and their route to settlement in 5 years. But as I said to somebody else right now,
Mhm.
that we have to make sure that it's not just the citizenship rules, it's the rule of the individual category as well. So even if they are going to retrospect, or maybe whatever the government plans are, we have to wait and see. that how the individual category changes. Because if you, let's say you're on a sponsorship right now, so your sponsor need to be ready to sponsor you for another 5 years or maybe 6 7 years, how much ever time is pending. So we have to wait and see that what certain rule changes for the sponsors and for the skilled worker visas as well.
Thank you, Amal. Um, there's a person called UK Malayali. I don't understand. Are you answering or asking, or you're telling someone in the comment? So there are three comments from you. If you can explain, not more than 180 days in a year. I believe you were answering the question about the PSW when I think Savita was asking how long can one stay out of the UK when in PSW. And then your next line is after consultation. I don't know what you mean by that. And now I don't know whether you are asking us, telling us it's hard to get job in NHS as a carer. I am not able to make sense out of it. Can you rephrase your question if it's a question for us, or were you trying to answer someone in the comments above, please? Thank you. Okay, got a thumbs up from Adesh because you have responded to that question. Moving to the next one on my screen is from Jitin. Jitin is saying, if you have a minor case under TFL by law for fare evasion as one time offense, will it lead to visa refusal? Ooh.
No, no, Jitin, it won't. As long as you clarify in your visa application that what has happened and what's the current stage of the case, whether it's in the court, whether you have appealed it, because we have dealt with multiple cases where people have this kind of issues with TFL. So it all depends. You need to be very open to the Home Office about the fact that rather than being deceptive. So be clear and be transparent with them that what exactly happened.
Okay. One question, Amel. I know personally from my friends, um, they had got some points on their driving license, okay,
Mhm.
and they were the main applicant because they had points. There's something called as on skill visa, good character, or something like that.
That's for
And
ILR, good character requirements.
yes, that's for ILR, and the ILR was impacted because they got some points on the driving thing. Do you want to talk about
Exactly.
it, or I didn't
Yeah.
know about it actually?
Recently, I had a case. Actually, we didn't took that case to be honest because the client was not that transparent. So what happened? He had got 6 points
Mm,
on his driving license, and he wanted to apply for ILR. He had already applied somewhere else, and
mm,
he got an interview from the Home Office.
mm,
So I was very open to him that because we were not aware whether he actually was transparent during his ILR application to the Home Office that he actually got that or not.
mm,
Even in the good character requirements, there are so many criterias which one needs to fulfill, and you need to be very transparent that whether it's points on the license or whatever happened for XYZ reason, you
mm,
have to explain it to them, and it's upon the Home Office and the caseworker discretion on how they come back to you, whether they request for more information, whether they conduct an interview, or whether they just grant or refuse the visa. So there are so many factors in that, so many different situations. So yeah, I mean the only thing I can just sum it up over here is to disclose everything whatever has happened, whether it's your ILR application or your extension application.
okay. Thanks, Amel. Next question is from Minnie. Minnie is saying, what about overseas carer visa? I believe she wants to ask.
There's so many things, many about overseas carer visa. As far as the white paper proposal is concerned, they completely want to stop the care recruitment from overseas. And right now, also, they have implemented the rule from 9th April 2025 that people who are not on the care route, they won't be able to switch to the specific category because, as per the Home Office report, there are 40,000 people who are displaced over the UK who do not have job, whose sponsor license have got revoked, who do not have enough hours to work, or maybe they are being scammed by the sponsor themselves. So there are 40,000 right now as per the real numbers we have got from the Home Office. God knows how many other how much people would be there in the UK. So I think care is something which we should be staying away from, at least for now.
Thanks, Amel. Minnie, I hope that answers your question. Moving to Tushar. Tushar says, as per your knowledge as immigration lawyer, what do you think if the 10-year rule comes in action, will it apply to everyone or from the day when it comes on act only on them?
If you ask my opinion, Tushar, I was just reading a barrister's article just in the morning that the same thing happened with HSMP back few years ago.
Yeah.
That the court ruling was against that, and the court rulings was in the favor of the migrant applicants, that it should be for the people that who have started the application right now and not who was already there on the route. So as far as the reforms are concerned in the past, and me and Sarika discussed in our last live as well, I don't think so it's going to be implemented. But this is my opinion, and whatever the case laws we read on a daily basis from barristers and different solicitors, I don't think so it would be that way. It would be unfair to people.
Yeah, but just want to let you know, guys, that last week also BBC they published an article and
Yeah.
they had mentioned that people who are already on a skill visa they will also be impacted. We don't know the truth of it, but it was already published, and I know many people have had reached out to me, so I had to make a video around it in terms of what the article talks about. But again, nothing is confirmed, but there are many articles around it. Okay, thank you, Amil, and I hope that answers your question. Not answers, but at least feedback or comment from Amil. Moving to 222, Jitin is saying it is not a career job; it's a different job code, which is 6131 nursing and auxiliary. I forgot your question actually. What was your
Yeah,
question?
yeah. Jitin question was, can he switch to this specific visa category? And we asked him that which visa category he's on currently.
Mm,
So at the end of the day, what you need to understand, under health and care, there are about more than 10 job codes. So do not go as per the specific job codes, because the immigration law is so complex that 6135, 6136 rule is for dependents, that you're not allowed to get dependents, where 6131 can get dependents. So when the home office is saying care workers, they have not explicitly mentioned whether they are talking about specific SOC codes or whether they are talking about the entire category of health and care, where they have got so many SOC codes. So there is a big difference between that.
thanks, Amil. I hope this answers your question, Jatin. Let me know in the comments. So Savita says, thanks for replying. Moving to Prashant. Prashant says that they said they are removing 180 occupations that don't require an RQF6. But when I counted the current eligibility list, there are more than 200 that could be wiped out, could remove a
Mhm.
larger amount. I think
Yeah.
180, they had given an approx figure, maybe a figure like a, yeah.
Yeah, I also counted somewhere around 160, 170, to be honest.
Ah, okay.
But to be very honest, in terms of the press release I was talking about, which I was reading earlier before this live by House of Commons, it's not about the number of occupations. They do not want to rely on anyone who have got RQF level 3, because RQF level 3 is something where it's a low skill job codes like office managers, shopkeepers, nannies, supervisors, anyone, all the roles for marketing, sales, HR. Apart from technical roles, what I have counted myself, I don't think so there would be any role more than like 70 or 80 or maybe 100, because a technical role is not that much if we see the SOC code of salary list. One more thing I want to tell to our audience, that in terms of the job roles they're talking about, how it's going to remove. So there is one committee called migration advisory committee, MAC. So they are going to decide that currently in what occupation there is a shortage, and on that level they are going to make, on that basis decision, they are going to make a new list. First they are going to make a temporary shortage occupation list for some time, and once the shortage is fulfilled, then they are going to make a completely new SOC salary codes with RKF level 6. So here we need to understand the recent report which we read. I don't know how many of you are aware about, Sarika, that 2 months back there was a new report by MAC, what was discussing about that
Mhm.
sectors like constructions,
Mm,
sectors like IT, they have got
mhm,
a big shortage in the UK market.
mhm.
So I think construction sector might not get affected when we are removing the 180 salary job codes, but I think apart from that, most of them would be wiped out.
Okay. And I think Prashant was saying when he counted, he think more than 200 jobs can be
Mhm.
wiped out. This is what he's saying. You were saying you think 100, he's thinking 200. So we don't know whether it will be 100, 200, or 180 or 120. I
Exactly.
think Once they provide the full list, we'll have to wait and watch. But I think personally, people who are already working at less than RQF level 6, they may already know that it is not equivalent to RQF
Mhm.
6, or it's below that. And the whole list, I think, will be published soon, whenever that soon is, and you'll get to know. But for people who are already on, I think on this job, say RQF level 3, 4, or 5, and on a skilled visa, I think there was also a comment about that people who are already on those existing job codes, they will not be impacted, even though, say, these 180 jobs are removed. So if you're already on skilled visa, RQF level 3, 4, or 5,
Yeah.
you won't be impacted. This was very clear in the white paper, right, Amil?
Yeah, that's 100% true. 100% true.
Yeah, it's only for the future new applications. This will be removed, so nobody can apply a skill visa under those 180 occupations. That is what they mentioned. So you don't need to worry if you're already in the UK on a skill visa on any of the jobs which is less than RQF level 6 as well. Okay. Alrighty. Thanks. I hope that answers your question. Give us a thumbs up if we did. Praveen gave a thumbs up. Now I'm forgetting what we answered for Praveen. So, and the questions at the bottom are getting piled up. So I need to hurry up. Okay. Moving to Norman. Norman is saying, "Hi Amil, any idea when is the next session of House of Common is going to be held? If that's the body which is responsible for changing immigration rules."
That's not the body. Body is like Migration Advisory Committee, Department of Work, Department of Education. Those are the body who decides. And but the main body is the government, the Home Secretary, the Honorable Prime Minister. They are the one who decides. And as I said in the immigration white paper, they are going to be the one who's going to decide that what changes would be coming in few weeks and what changes would be coming from now till 2029. So there is no such session on House of Commons. The session happens, which we saw during the Brexit, which lasted for 4 years, where all the MPs voted against it. So if and there is one more thing, I think it's a bit legal jargon thing, but still I'm going to say, I'm going to take out all the things which I have read. So if anybody in the MPs or in the parliament have got any issues, so within 40 days they will vote against it. But nobody wants to do it because everybody agrees with it.
Mm, yeah, true. Okay, thanks, Amil. I hope that answers your question, Norman. Moving to UK, Yogesh, not sorry, Yukesh, not Yogesh. Yukesh is saying, "Hi guys, I'm on ILR for a while. My question is relating to spouse visa. Will 10 years ILR apply for ILR holder spouse, or will it be 5 years? Also, can we expect income eligibility to up from 29K?"
Finally, something else. So, Home Office and the Home Secretary have explicitly mentioned in the white paper as well the ILR timeline for people who are married or maybe in partnership with British settled people on ILR or with British passport holders. They would be allowed to get settlement within 5 years. So, that's thing number one. So, that is not impacted. Your question number two, the committee said that they are going to come back sometime in June and they are going to review somewhere in June or July. So the proposal was already there since September. So I think the timeline is getting over in June or July. You can go and watch Sarika and my video on spouse visa. So we can expect something in June or July. I don't know what they have decided. So let's wait and watch.
Good. Thank you. Moving to next, Caps is asking, what will happen to those currently on GTV?
Yeah.
GTV means Global Talent Visa for people who
Yeah.
don't know. And for Global Talent Visa people, they get their ILR in 3 years. So he's asking what happens to GTV people.
So I will cover both GTV and Innovator Founder, Global Talent for people who don't know. For Global Talent and for Innovator Founder, both routes are accelerated to ILR within 3 years.
Hmm.
And I think I've got a lot of emails from people as well who are currently on GTV and Innovator Founder. At the end of the day, what we need to understand, as I mentioned in the beginning, that it is not just about the citizenship rules, it is about the individual visa category rules as well. So if the ILR changes to 10 years for people on GTV and Innovator Founder as well, because we don't even know whether these rules are going to be in existence or not, because abolishing a rule does not take much of time, or maybe they do not want to make people aware about if they want to take out the Innovator Founder or GTV. But at the end of the day, what we need to understand, when this rule be implemented later this year or maybe next year, the specific category would also be updated, that how they are going to assess that. So it's all just a waiting game till now.
Thank you. Moving to Shashank. He's saying if 10 years ILR get implemented, is there any chance they will consider global mobility visa along with the skilled worker visa? Ooh, okay.
See, at the end of the day, global mobility has got six different sectors. Okay, we need to understand there are so many things which comes under one umbrella. So at the end of the day, I think the good thing is that till now they have not mentioned anything about global mobility visa. But one thing what we need to remember, and this rule has been implemented a couple of years back, none of the people on global mobility would lead to settlement, irrespective of whatever happened to skilled worker, whatever happened to the ILR route. I'm not much concerned about the global mobility, because people who actually wants to get settled in the UK, they switch anyways from global mobility to skilled worker. So it's gonna be the same game.
Okay. Thank you. Moving to Yashwant. Yashwant is saying, "Hi Sarika, hope you're doing well. I'm on PSW right now and working as a night manager in a hotel, and they're willing to sponsor me next year. But with the new rules, say RQF 5, I think, or under can't do.
Hmm.
So I personally think you should ask them to sponsor them now rather than
Yeah,
waiting for more time. That's my personal opinion. Amil, what do you think?
don't wait, do it tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. If they are
Yeah.
willing to sponsor, tell them, make them aware of the white paper, make them aware of the proposals being made, and tell them if they wait further, they may lose you. And if they're really fond of you, of the work that you're doing, instead of waiting for very long, like next year, they should act now and get this US done by Amil. Yeah, you can reach out to him.
US visa, sponsor license, everything. Nothing is on sale, but everything has been done here. So
And Amil's details are already in the my comment section, you guys, or description. You'll find it everywhere. Okay, moving to next. I think we have already taken Cap's question. Moving to Yashwant saying, "Yes, I finished my master's in hospitality. Will it still be possible to do so if you have finished your master's?" Yes. Okay, moving to TGN. I hope I did not skip questions. I'm trying my best to follow the order and the sequence. TGN is saying, I'm from Delhi, India, and applied for UK construction skilled worker. Currently waiting for my COS. I wanted to ask, will application get affected? Hmm.
firstly,
First,
congratulations, TGN. If you are that lucky to get a COS from a construction company in the UK, that's kudos to you. So as soon as you get your COS, no, you won't get impacted. You just need to apply for a skilled worker visa, and you know who to contact for a skilled worker visa. Let us know.
yes, indeed. But I got a little doubt. I have not heard of many people who have managed to found legally work from India in construction industry. So
Mhm.
I'm already having my doubts. I will not be saying much on the live, but yes, be careful. And I also know people are getting a lot of questions in terms of when the COs are being issued for such things. But anyways, be careful. Whatever you're doing, if it's legal, you don't need to worry. But if you know you're buying a COS, let me put it that way, you need to watch for what you are doing.
That's
Okay,
true.
moving to the next one. Oh, we already took your question. Come on, Caps. You have asked so many times. So moving to your guy, your guy honest. Who can a dependent on a graduate visa switch to care visa after the new rules apply?
Unfortunately, not directly. You have to work for at least 3 months in the care home, but also there would be a lot of scrutiny by the home office that first the care home needs to go through the pool of 40,000 migrants through the regional partnership, and there, if they do not get anyone from there, then your turn comes. So wait for your turn.
I mean, did it say anywhere that they need to work for 3 months? I did not read that.
Yeah. They need to work for the care home with at least 3 months. They need to have experience, experience with them.
Mhm.
But you know, one thing I wanted to display over here, I work with a lot of care homes, and all of them are in panic mode because they've all got requirements and stuff like that. But most of them are happy because they are getting the people who genuinely wants to hire carer
Mhm.
in their company, in their care homes or dorm care. They're getting a platter by the home office that we have already given you this many thousands of people in your regional partnership. So you can just take them as much as you want. The only people who are going to be affected who are just hiring them for the sake of hiring, who do not even have hours.
Correct.
So I think they are going to be affected big time.
Hmm. Thanks, Amel. TGN is saying quite concerned and it may affect concerned that it might affect my applications. Like Amel said, your COS is already applied, so anything doesn't impact you as of now. And because the application is already submitted, so you have to wait and watch. To be honest. Okay, moving to in trade. In trade is saying, will visa approval become strict for new applicants for students here after the rules?
So the stricter rules are not basically for the university, because the Prime Minister specifically mentioned that the stricter rules will apply to the university, where they have to make sure that at least 90% of the people who gets the confirmation of acceptance studies gets the visa. So the strictness is not on the students, it's on the university to bet on right candidates.
Okay, thanks, Amel. Moving to Vipin, he's saying, I'm on 3 plus 2 year skilled worker visa as a tax advisor. I've already completed 2 years visa from my first 3 year visa stamp. Please confirm if existing 5 years ILA rule applies on me.
Hey Vipin, let's wait until later this year what happens in the parliament and let's then discuss about it. As I said, as far as my knowledge and mindset is concerned, I don't think so, but you don't know. Things could be unpredictable as well.
Yeah, and he's saying his extension is due next year.
Congratulations, but let's see.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Amel. Moving to Vignesh, he's saying, will short-term ICT visa considered as eligible for counting towards long residency 10 years duration? We already,
Unfortunately, no.
yeah, we already
Because
did that.
short-term visas, short-term ICT, I have seen as short as 6 months. So
Mm,
it depends. When did you come? When the rule applied? What specific category? So it should be in detail.
yeah, correct. Okay, now moving to Devendra. Devendra is saying, I have changed my stream from IT to non-IT, like chef manager. Oh, that's bizarre. Never heard that. I found my sponsorship and there's an interview scheduled regards of tier 2 visa. So do I have any visa refusal?
Sarika said it's bizarre. I have done loads of them.
Oh, have you? I have never heard that IT people moving to non-IT and that also a chef manager.
Just today, I did one cybersecurity analyst to chef.
Why will
Just
a
today.
cybersecurity move as a chef or something else? Such a
Yeah.
huge in demand and good pay in the UK.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
should tell them to speak to me. I can, I
I'll,
can.
I'll tell you everything off camera. But at the end of the day, what we need to understand here is, Devendra, I had a lot of candidates in getting trained specifically in these kinds of roles for the visa interview. So you can contact me. I can help in preparing for the visa interview, and let's see where you go from there.
All the best to you, Devendra.
Yeah.
Okay, moving to Mini. Mini saying, I think Mini already answered the question, but is 6131 job code related to any care sector? Can I come from overseas? Is 613 banned like other care job code 6135 and 6136? I don't remember. What is 6131? Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Nurses and auxiliaries.
Ah, okay. That is what now people are targeting actually.
Exactly. Exactly. Because those are the soft targets where you can be hired as a nursing assistant.
Yeah,
That
correct.
is a sweet spot, I would say.
Yeah.
But many, as I just said to somebody, I guess it was you only,
Mm,
that they have specifically mentioned health and care skilled worker visas. They have not mentioned the SOC code. So you have to wait and see what they're exactly talking about. Are they talking about just the care worker SOC codes, 6135, 6136, or the entire the set of job codes which they have mentioned for that category?
mhm. Okay. Thanks, Amel. Moving to Gray. Gray saying, considering the worst case scenario, if they apply the ILR rule retrospectively and extend it from 5 to 10 years for existing cases, what options or next steps would be available to those affected?
I think who created the mess there would be the best person to talk about that. So as soon as things are out, they are going to tell us that how to clean up the mess.
Yeah, smart answer. Hmm. Okay, next question, Amel. is from Water Filter for Homes. And the question is that makes me laugh as well. Please, I need more insight on visa sponsorship. What does it usually entails? I don't know where to where do you want to start with this question?
I think we need to have a separate live session with Water Filter for Homes because he or she is promoting themselves as well. But I don't know. Visa sponsorship is a very broad topic, from sponsor license to certificate of sponsorship to skilled worker visa. Let us know in detail what are you exactly asking.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I want to let you know, guys, the questions which are repeated and some of the questions you have just copied pasted. So I'm skipping that because Amal has already replied to those. So moving next to Krishna. Krishna Priya is saying those who already on care worker visa, do they also need to wait for 10 years?
Yeah, I mean, it all comes under the skilled worker route, right? So there was no accelerated for care workers like Innovator Founder or GTV. So if the rule comes in, then yes.
Yeah. So under skilled visa is your healthcare visa. So if you hear anything about care visa, senior carer, it's all part of actually a skilled visa.
True.
Now, moving to Parth. Parth is saying my graduate visa expires in March 2026, all right, with the new white paper changes, raising the skilled worker visa requirements from RQR level 3 to 6. How will this affect my visa or future options?
Hi Parth, the only best thing I can suggest you right now is to find job as soon as possible. Do not wait till your visa expires. See, even when the white paper was not into existence, I always used to tell to my clients, do not wait until the end. Whether it's self sponsorship, whether it's skilled worker visa or any kind of visa, start from day one. Because graduate route is not for you to be sustained on that. It is for you to start from day one. That's what I have understood. So start today.
Okay, thanks, Samil. Moving to Gaurav. Gaurav is saying I'm on dependent skilled worker visa. When it will be 5 years for my wife, it will be 4 years for me. Will I be applying ILR with her or dependent again?
Very good question. You're going to be applying for dependent again for at least one more year, and then you'll be eligible to apply for ILR.
Thanks, Amil. So even Tushar is saying you thanks.
Thank you so much, Tushar. Thank you.
Minnie, we have already answered your question. I can see you are posting your questions so many times. Okay, I think okay, no, we didn't take a question from Sardar Shahrukh. I hope you're a Shahrukh fan. My company agreed to sponsor my skilled worker visa from PSW, but the process is going slowly. When when should I apply to stay safe in case the rules change for those who are on work visa? I think Amil already replied as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Uh,
fill
yeah,
it up.
correct. Because you never know what and when things will change. So if they have already agreed to sponsor you, just speed up. Okay, next question is from K. K says that what will happen to those on care worker route if their wage does not meet the new threshold? Will my CUS be extended after 3 years? Will the 10 years rule apply?
Okay, so many questions in one question. Okay. So at the end of the day, whenever you're going to do the extension, at that point of time, we have to see what are the current rules. So when we reach that 3 years, we don't know what rule is there specifically of care workers. And yeah, as I said, with 10-year rules, we have to just wait and see.
Okay, thank you, Amil. TGN, I think I answered your question. You had posted this comment at 7:25, and I think I have already taken your question after that. Okay, now moving to Divij. Garg is saying, good evening. I'm on SW, which is skilled worker visa, and I had passed my IELTS when I entered the UK on this visa. Do I need to pass the English test again for my ILR?
No, you don't, because you have already crossed B1, so you don't need that.
Amil, but it does say that your IELTS score is valid only for 2 years. And when you upload your documents for ILR, one of the mandatory document is about the English language test. So is
So
it not?
that's what we do. We actually specify to the home office that the candidate has already satisfied the requirements in the previous application. So
Okay.
once you have satisfied with level B1, then you do not need to satisfy again and again.
And then you need to upload your previous IELTS score at the time of when
You
you
don't
apply.
need to. You just mention them. They just cross check the previous application and it's done on that way.
Okay. I did know that. But I never gave IELTS because I used always NARIC, which the new name is ENIC, I believe,
Yeah,
ECCT.
UK Actis.
Yeah, ECCTI actors. Ooh, okay. Now, Sardar, did we take his question? I
Yeah,
forgot.
yeah, we
How,
did.
how does a skilled worker visa process usually take these days? We did not take this question actually.
Yeah, we did not take this one, but
It
so
was
there are three
different.
different ways.
Mm.
Standard one takes about 8 weeks, priority takes about 5 days, super priority takes about 1 day.
Okay. Thanks, Amel. Moving to Parth. Parth is saying, hi, they're going to stop healthcare visa from the domestic level as well. Who is here? Who is here on PSW visa? They will be able to get any healthcare visa.
So as I specifically mentioned that people who are not currently on the healthcare visa, anyways, that law has been implemented, and it will be very difficult for anyone switching from a different visa category to a care visa. So unfortunately, it would be a difficult route.
Okay, thank you, Amel. Anik is asking, I think this is a question for me. Is University of Pavia good university for MIB? First of all, um, anybody who's willing to move abroad, first of all, I'm going to say, look at what kind of experience you have and versus what you want to study. If you come to the UK as a fresher, you're going to suffer a lot. And I'm not going to recommend anybody to move to the UK as a fresher. Do not focus too much on university ranking. Focus on what course are you studying and look at the modules versus what are the skills you will be learning. UK's experience based market plus the if you have the demanding skill, then only you will have a chance. Otherwise, you are going to struggle a lot, like most of the students are struggling at the moment. Anika, I will suggest you to book 15 to 20 minutes with me offline and discuss this in detail, where I can go through your profile and I can recommend better courses to you and maybe give you a better career options. Okay, moving to iPhone 6. Uh, so question is, can you shed light on self-sponsorship visa, where we set a business and sponsor ourselves to the UK? Is it still a good option for settlement route?
Okay, Sarika knows it's my favorite topic, so I can talk hours and hours on that.
Yeah,
But
and he's
just book a
saying that,
consultation with us. So yeah, we can definitely help you in and out from start till the end, from company registration till skilled worker visa, if you have a genuine business and genuine intention to be in the UK.
yeah. And also, we already have made some detailed videos around it. You can also
Yeah.
check out our previous recordings on YouTube channel. Okay, moving to Nagalakshmi saying, will UK government reduce 10 years to 8 years settlement for long residency?
See, anyways, the short residency is now being for 10 years. Why the long residency would be from 10 to 8 years? They would take it to 15 or 20 years. But I don't want to give them any ideas. But I haven't heard or read about it till now, Nagalakshmi. So I don't know. Sorry for that. But this is not something that has ever come in anywhere.
Yes, thanks, Amel. SF is saying Sarika 20-year-old version. Actually, I'm double than that, and I'm not going to reveal my real age. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll get to know in 2 months' time. Anyways, moving to Prashant. Prashant is saying, yes, answered one part of my doubts. I have been approached by a couple of UK employers who are considering recruiting me for job level around RQF4. So I guess I would need to sit and wait. All the best to you, Prashant. Moving to Hammer is saying, is it only spouse visa or all family visa under
All
appendix 4?
family visa under Appendix FM. So it could be parents of a British child, it could be child of a British parent, it could be spouse visa, civil partnerships, everything.
Okay, brilliant. Now moving to next question. Thanks, Amel. Okay, I need to really speed up, okay, because questions are piling at the bottom. Sheikh is saying, I'm on a new entrant visa. I'm on new entrant visa as of now. My salary is 32,000, but next year my salary will be 37,000. Can I still apply for skilled worker visa or should I have 38,700 only?
So it depends what is the going rate of your salary. So you do not need to think about that specific figure, what is 38,700. It depends on the going rate, it depends on your job code. So it all depends on many factors. So we don't know what is going to be the going rate after 2 years once you finish your, your new entrant category. So we have to wait and see what happens till then.
Thank you, Amel. Um, Namadi is saying, I'm due to apply for citizenship in August. Do you think it will affect me?
Unless you apply through us. It won't affect you.
That's a good pitch, sales pitch. Okay, now moving to Palak is saying, will the new UK visa rules be applicable to global talent visa holder?
So they have not mentioned anything specifically about, as I said, about the visa categories, but we have to wait and see. But I'm not sure.
Okay. Prashant is asking, because he did his studies in the UK, does he need to still do another English language test?
So if you have completed your masters in the UK, you do not need to go English language test. No, you don't need to.
Thanks, Samil. Moving to Rinku is saying, is there anything we can do to prevent the implementation of the rule extending the settlement period?
Make
Ooh.
me the Prime Minister of United Kingdom.
You're rocking today, Amir.
Anyone can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Shashank is saying, as stated in white paper, the person need to earn citizenship or ILR, like contribution to economy. Suppose if we are paying more than £1,000 tax every month, will that be a strong point?
Don't ask me how much I pay to government every month. So £1,000 would not matter. But at the end of the day, jokes apart, they have said something called as earned settlement. So still the rules of earned settlement are not yet out. So you have to wait and see what criteria comes under those rules.
Thank you, Amir. Haya Patel, now UK have stopped recruiting anyone for from overseas for career visa, so you won't be able to come. Maybe you will have to think of a different job.
Go to New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand is a good option. I also know in Germany. I also know there are pretty good options in Ireland. I also know in Australia.
Yemen is good.
Yeah, I can also connect to more people there. Okay, moving to Liverpool. Yeah. And the question is, if they will change ILR from 5 to 10 for existing care worker, and if we challenge it, so can we win or lose?
Just make me. We're always gonna win. But at the end of the day, let's not waste anybody else comment and ask sensible questions, guys.
Yes. Moving to Harshal is saying, I'm working as a multi skilled maintenance engineer. I'm an Indian electrical degree. Can I apply for a mechanical engineering occupation code? If you happen to get it sponsored
See,
from,
at the end of the day, yeah, exactly. If you get the COS, then definitely, and it's RQF level 6, so you're lucky enough.
correct. Okay. I'm skipping some of the questions because it's not needed. We have taken that question so many times and we
Yeah,
don't know
me and Zarik are on rapid fire now.
when um, same question. Okay, I've not read this question, but okay. So Pranavi saying, I'm on tier 2 visa restaurant operations manager, but the business is closing due to my employees passing. Can I switch to a different sector for a new sponsor or must stay within the same?
God bless his soul. Yeah, see, at the end of the day, it depends. You cannot, as I said, you cannot go to an IT sector or you cannot go to a care sector. Make sure that you are able to justify if you have enough skills and knowledge, whichever sector you choose to sponsor, to switch.
So as long as you manage to get a skilled visa from a licensed sponsor and you have the knowledge experience and you can justify that, you're good to go. From Mahesh, question is on white paper. It mentioned few categories are still considered for 5 years. So is that true? And what is mentioned in new update release?
Yeah, so yeah, they have clearly mentioned, as I said, under Appendix FM, British citizen partners and parents and children's, people who have suffered from domestic violence, and also people who will be getting an earned settlement. So we still don't know what is earned settlement, but as holistic, we have to see it's only for the partners and parents and children of British citizen and domestic violence.
Thanks, Amal. Jivtesh is saying how likely is to take this to challenge in court by any form.
It's too early to talk about that. It's too early to talk about that.
Okay. Again, we have taken such kind of question. Art World Chef. He's saying he's working as a head chef on skilled worker visa, and about to renew my visa in December. Will I be affected by the 10-year ILR route? We already talked about it in this conversation. We don't know yet. Nothing
Yeah.
is analyzed. Nobody can tell you. Moving to Swapnil, again, I haven't read this question. Government is planning to implement 5-year ILR to 10-year for existing skilled workers. I think the plan is to get this as a primary legislation, so it cannot be challenged in court.
See, as I said, the citizenship rules must need to go through by act of parliament, the levy on international students and citizenship rules. So it will go by the act of parliament. There would be consultations, there would be public debates, arguments in the parliament, and that's how we'll get to know what happens at the end.
Thank you. Uh, Noshad, again, not taking a question because again, we don't know. Yeah, nobody knows about 5 years, 10 years, when and what. Okay, so you will have to wait and watch, and we will make some more videos in the future. Okay, my Manish is saying, not sure if this is answered. Wanted to know what's going on about applying the ILA proposed. Aha, we have already talked about it from the start of this live session. It's almost about to end now. So once I end this session, you can hear the recording, but nothing is clear yet now. And the government has not kind of provided any clarification whether it impacts on people who are already on this skill visa or not. So, no, we don't know about it. Um, Okay, quickly. I think we have answered similar questions. Satya is saying I came to the UK for a master's based on my English score. Currently, I'm on skilled worker visa for ILR. Do I need to give my IELTS in the future? So I think Amil already said if
Yeah,
you.
yeah, you need to give English exam. If you're currently on skilled worker, obviously you would have given some English exam.
That's why
So
you
then you
don't
don't
need
need
for
it for
IELTS.
IELTS.
Yeah, for IELTS you don't need. Um, okay. Okay, this is a different question. Amil is from Kesha saying, how was it impacted to those with humanitarian protection visa? This white paper being implemented was granted only last year.
No, this is a very good question. So now they are also doing some tweaking when it comes to Article 8 of humanitarian grounds and protection. So as I said, apart from other rules like RQF levels and 5 years to 10 years, this is also under consideration by the Home Office that what kind of tweak they are going to do, because this is known as Article 8. So Article 8 is a huge thing when it comes to personal immigration. Specifically, people are here in the UK on humanitarian protection grounds. It is not asylum for people who are asking me on LinkedIn. It is something else. So we have to wait for tweak as well, what proposal it's going to go under the parliament, and then we'll get to know exactly.
Thank you. I had been reading the comments while you were answering that question. So many questions are like comment, feedback, not a real question. However, Charanjit is saying, what earnings might we be looking at to be considered as significant contributor to the UK economy? Any feedback?
Don't know Mr. Charanjit Singh, so sorry, wish I would not.
Okay. Another question is from Hammer saying, I'm a parent of a British child. I'm a year until I applied my ILR with the 10 years rule impact me.
Fortunately, you won't be impacted.
Okay, thanks. Now, okay, this is a different question. Nimesh is saying, I have started a tech business, believe it can be considered as innovative visa category. Does this new rule would apply for that too?
If you're already on an innovator founder route, then probably not. But at the end of the day, as we say, we don't know yet. We have to wait and watch what happens in the parliament.
Praveen, like we already talked about global talent visa, your route is 3 years. There's no mention about in the white paper that it will be changed to 10 years. It is for skilled worker visa. So you don't need to worry, I believe, at least
Yeah,
as of now.
exactly.
Okay, we have answered Nelly questions already. Uh, Um, so, Candy and Mommy, please try to connect with me offline. We'll take your questions regarding your studies, university, and courses. This session is about the white paper and Q&A, but feel free to connect with me and we can have a detailed discussions around it. Okay, guys, I can see. mm Yes, just answering very quickly to Milind. Yes, like I said, I never gave my IELTS exam. It was old name was Narik and the new name is ECCTIS. You can take that and that never expires, which you can use for your ILR, which you can use for your British passport as well. Okay, guys. Okay, I don't know which more question to take. I think I have taken kind of almost all the question. I need to make sure. Okay, I'm not going to take questions which are not appropriate to be discussed here. Okay, just allow me 1 second, Amil. I'm quickly reading it. Again, I think we did manage to take a lot of questions. So, okay, let me take this one from Hammer. How about life in the UK test? I have a degree taught English in Nigeria. Can I do NARIC to prove my English language requirement?
Emma, there is a difference between English language requirement and life in the UK test. One more thing we need to understand, the life in the UK test is getting reformed. So by reformed, it might get more tougher. So people who are already on route to ILR, kindly give life in the UK test before it gets more difficult.
Okay, thank you. So Vignesh is asking a different question. In 2026, ICT short-term visa time spent was 1 year. Also got a long-term ICT in 10 months before short-term visa expired. And after 4 years long-term ICT, got skilled visa, completing 5 years next year. So what is your question?
Yeah, so I understood somewhat. If you combine your ICT and your skilled worker visa for 5 years, you're not eligible for ILR. You need to make sure when you're combining your ICT, it should be 10 years in long year residency route, or maybe it should be completely 5 years for skilled worker route.
Correct. Because you're changing a visa category here. You need to be on
Exactly.
the same visa category to apply for your ILR. Okay, I think we managed to take almost all the kind of question, um, covering about different. Somebody's asking about IMS details. The moment I am going to end this live stream, you'll find it in my pinned comment. However, I've already added in the description, so you should already find the details of Amil in the description. But after the end, we end the session, I'm going to pin that in the comment. You'll find all the details there. Okay. All right. So thank you very much, Amil, for connecting.
Thank you so much.
Is there anything you want to say to our audience based on the questions you received? In any kind of final thoughts, comments, feedback?
I think I've seen a few comments over here which was asking me about my details. Obviously, you can see in the link about my details. But whatever me and Sarika discuss and whatever we are discussing now, it is as per today. We don't know what happens tomorrow morning. Whatever we discuss today won't be applicable tomorrow morning as well. So make sure you understand that whatever we discuss is as per 23rd of May, 7 to 8 p.m. And whatever we're discussing, those are the only rules which has been known by now. But one thing I'm gonna tell to everyone: let's wait, let's watch. Don't be panic. I'm know 90% of people are panicked about from 5 years to 10 years. Most of them are on the course of the ILR. So we have to just wait and watch and see that what exactly happened rather than getting panicked. Do not rush and do something which cannot be backdated, which cannot be revert back. So just relax and be in touch with me. My details are in the description and we'll get in touch soon. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so much,
Amir.
Sarika, for arranging this.
And Rohan, I don't think your question needs to be answered. It doesn't deserve to be here. But thank you for your comments.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
thank
Rohan.
you, Amil.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Take care. And thank you, guys. And after the session as well, you can post your comment. We'll have a look. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.